The Movie Bar Podcast.
Welcome to the Movie Bar Podcast. Enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Movie Bar Podcast. I am John.
I'm Justin.
I'm Billy.
Oh, now he's Billy.
Well,
see
you
that?
wrote Billy, so I just read it.
Last week it was Bill. This week he's Billy.
Because that's what was written down.
How you guys doing this week?
Doing all right. A little tired, but I'm okay.
Me too. Me too. Well, let's start off with a little bit of housekeeping.
Yes.
Lots of news this week.
Yes. Emmett Walsh, Blade Runner and Knives Out actor, dies at 88. He's been in a lot of things, and he's looked like he was 80 years old 40 years ago. Yeah.
Did we just cover something he was in?
I'm sure of it. I don't remember what it was.
Probably.
He's in a lot.
Yeah. Well, condolences to his friends, family, and fans. 88, though. That's a long life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know the day Clint Eastwood goes, we're just stopping what we're doing in Clint Eastwood special. He's pushing 90 something now, 99. No, that was Bob Barker. I got to look at my death pool at work. But
He's over 90. It's like 93, I think.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, lots of new trailers this week. First off, the big one, the teaser trailer for Beetlejuice.
Proper teaser.
Yes.
Yep.
You know, they don't give away the entire goddamn plot of the movie right there. They don't show you the best scene.
That should just be it. No other trailers.
You know, just give us that. That's what we want. That's what we need.
You get that one look at Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, and that's it. That's all we need.
Yep. Yeah, it was really well done. I'm looking forward to it.
September will be here before you know it.
I know.
Yay. Then we have Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. May 24th, 2024. Yeah, I don't particularly care for the Mad Max movies. So
No.
Yeah, I like Fury Road. I think this one will be all right.
So this is a prequel, I believe?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah. That's your typical Mad Max movie.
action, lots of explosions, cars and stuff.
Wastelands.
That's what makes a movie great. Explosions. All right. Next up we have Alien Romulus. August 16th, 2024.
I look forward to this.
Yeah, it looked interesting, kind of.
Nah.
I'll be honest. I've watched
John
the
just
first.
doesn't like anything that looks like, you know,
Yeah.
spiders and things are going to come crawling out of people. And
Yeah, pretty much. Can you blame me?
anything that looks even remotely like a snake.
Yeah.
Fuck you, all right?
Yeah. I've watched most of them, but I haven't watched all the Alien movies. But this one looks interesting.
Oh, I like Prometheus too. So
I haven't watched any of those. It's on the list.
Yeah. Billy, why don't you take this last one, too?
Sure. Oh, this one I'm excited for. This one looks cool. In a Violent Nature, May 31st, and then it goes over to Shudder. I like this. The whole premise with the following the killer instead of the victims.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
We shall
Shudder's been putting
see.
out some decent ones recently. Doing this and Late Night with the Devil.
So I saw something today that the Late Night with the Devil did 666,000 at the box office.
Yep.
That's a little odd number for a movie that
Oh,
has to do.
fainting?
that could just be, you know, marketing too.
It could be, yeah. Once they got to 666,000, they were like, "No, we're good. We don't need any more."
If they
money."
got close to it, they probably would have said 6,600,600.
Maybe that's what it was.
600,000. So who knows?
Any other news or trailers that we missed?
No,
I don't think there's anything
that's it.
good.
Oh.
Okay, you guys ready for this week's trivia question?
Bring it on.
Drew Barrymore played Gertie in E.T. How old was she when it was released? 3, 5, or 7 years old? Billy?
Hmm. 3, 5, or 7. Well, she's definitely not 3. I'd say probably 5. I go 5. Split the
5.
difference.
Justin?
I would have to go 5 too. So it's likely 3. I know she was really young when she started her acting career. So.
You're both incorrect. It was 7.
It was 7, yeah. Because now that I think about it, Firestarter was before that.
Yeah.
Firestarter was the first one.
So.
Wah, wah.
All right. Movies we watched this week.
Yeah. Big deal. I don't know a lot about Drew Barrymore.
All right, Justin, what did start us off this week? What did you watch?
Ah, crap. I don't remember. Let's see.
If only there was an app.
If only I cared to use that app. I don't. Shut up. Watch Secret Window.
Yep.
You know what? Shove it up, you poop hole, yeah, buddy boy. Watched Yes Man.
Ooh.
That was all right. Watched Roadhouse, the new one. Talked about that. Oh my gosh, how terrible that was.
Roadhouse.
If it was just 2 hours of clips of Peter Griffin going Roadhouse, it would have been so much more enjoyable and worth watching.
I enjoyed it.
But I'm sure you did.
Yeah, you trashed it so much, Justin, in the text. My expectations were so low. I actually kind of enjoyed it. So thank you.
Suckers.
Thank you for taking one for the team.
I'm sorry. That movie was pretty bad. I just didn't believe most of it. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
There was other things in the background, but I didn't really watch them.
All right, Billy, how about you?
All right. Well, I started this week off by watching Death Stalker, the last drive-in special. It's a swords and sorcery movie. It's Roger Corman. It was interesting, to say the least. Then I ended up watching Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire at the theater. I enjoyed it. A lot of nostalgia, a lot of callbacks to the originals. And I like the new cast members too. I thought they were pretty well done. Of course, I watched Secret Window, movie we're talking about today. And then I saw the true life story about John's birth. It's alive. It's about a killer mutant baby. Yeah. It was interesting. It's from 1974, so it came out before John, but it was definitely about John, so I don't know how they pulled that off.
It was a premonition.
As soon as the baby was born, it killed all the doctors in the delivery room. It was
I haven't killed anybody outside of 8 years that I was MIA.
Yeah.
But you're slowly working your way to the top of that list, Billy.
Thank you.
And I'll get you because you live in the state.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you'll be back to visit too, fuckface.
Yeah.
You can find me.
All right. Next up, I did end up took AJ, and we went and saw Late Night with the Devil in the theaters. I thought it was excellent. I really enjoyed it. The whole found footage thing kind of worked for it. It was kind of cool, like it was basically just the episode of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And but when they went to commercial, you get like backstage footage and stuff, and I don't want to spoil it, but it was it's definitely worth checking
You
out.
just did.
How so? You know it's a
Just
found
kidding.
footage movie. God, stop.
Well, we'll definitely be covering that when it comes to Shudder next month on Fresh from the Stream.
Yes, definitely.
Just because Justin doesn't want to.
And I so hope it gets a last drive-in episode. I really want to kind of see Joe Bob's take on it. Next,
I'm sure it will.
Yeah, next I watched Blood Simple, which was the Coen brothers' first real big film, and it also had our dear departed Emmett in the movie. He played like this private investigator. It's kind of like a very shady individual. It was really, really
He plays
interesting.
that a lot.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that southern drawl and everything. But it was a good movie. A lot of twists and turns, and then
Home
also,
Improvement.
Huh?
Home Improvement. That's what a lot of people might remember him from. And he played Jill's dad.
Yes, that's right.
I swear we just covered something that he was in.
He was in Blade Runner, Knives Out,
No.
Blood Simple, something else too. Something else, 80s.
Oh, that's what it is. I know him from Christmas with the Cranks.
Yeah. And no, finally, the last movie was Roadhouse. That was the other movie I watched, the new one that Justin just hated.
It's terrible.
It's all right.
Yeah.
We'll discuss further later.
Never mind. It was Big Stan. That's what I watched recently that he was in.
See that? He gets a big aha moment, and that is wrong.
What do you mean?
He does this big aha moment. I remember him from that. Oh, wait, no.
It's movies I've watched in the
this
last. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I'm special, okay?
Oh, we know that. Your daddy tells you that every day.
No, he doesn't. I wish he did, though. Where's my
You're
dip?
special, all right.
Did you get your dip? And I just closed the fucking thing with my movies I've watched. All right, so I forgot this last week, but I did watch Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I had just finished reading her.
Now you're just lying to the people.
It's a classic movie, though.
It is.
Lying to the people. You're omitting things from last week. See, your app doesn't help you all that much.
Because I forgot to add
a
it.
movie.
And then I watched Detroit, Secret Window, Hostel Part 2, Straight Outta Compton, No Hard Feelings, Everybody's Fine, That's My Boy, and 2024's Roadhouse. So, quite the variety of movies this weekend. But I'm taking Hunter to see Ghostbusters this coming weekend.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, he liked the last one. So, yeah. So I think now it's time for our feature presentation.
The only thing that matters is the ending. It's the most important part of the story. And this one is very good. This one is perfect.
For Mort Rainey, every story is a window into another world. But some windows should never be opened.
You stole my story.
I don't believe I know you.
I know you, Mr. Rainey. That's what matters. You stole my story.
Kind of an amazing coincidence. The stories being so much alike.
Her death will be a mystery. Jot down his head. The guy calls himself Shooter.
Maybe my name, not Shooter.
Hello?
You remember my story, Secret Window? You and me, the only people that know about that, right?
You scared too easy.
You're up there all alone. Anything could happen and nobody would know.
What do you want from me?
My ending. I want you to fix it.
I don't think Shooter's just some nut.
I'd like to know what I'm dealing with here.
You don't want to know.
I will burn your life and every person in it like a cane field in a high wind.
The only thing that matters is the ending. It's the most important part of the story, the ending.
This week we are covering Secret Window, which was originally released on March 12, 2004, directed by David Cope, screenplay by David Cope.
Story by the one and only Stephen King. Distributed by Columbia Pictures, Sony Pictures releasing. Adapted from Secret Window, Secret Garden. Rated PG-13, runtime of an hour and 36 minutes, currently streaming on the Roku channel as well as for purchase on all those purchasable streaming sites.
By the way, Billy, the Roku channel's free.
Yeah, I know. I got it.
Okay,
Oh,
you didn't.
I got a lot of streaming services.
But yeah, you still paid to watch this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know it was on the Roku channel. I didn't search that one. I was lazy.
Just
All right. Well,
watch
anyway.
right after.
No,
Yeah.
one search. Google it.
Eh, I did, and it didn't come up as being on the Roku channel. But
You go to
whatever.
justwatch.com.
Okay.
You type in the name of the movie, it'll tell you everything that is streaming on. That's where I get this information from.
Okay.
So take
All right.
that with a grain of salt, because this isn't always right.
Exactly.
Fuck you.
All right, the cast. Let's get going. Thank you for paring down the cast list too on this one, by the way. Thank you, John. Johnny
That's not pared
Depp.
down. I'm pretty sure that's everybody in this goddamn
That is
movie.
everybody in the movie.
Yeah. Johnny
Working.
Depp as Mort Rainey. We got John Turtorro as John Shooter. Maria Bello as Amy Rainey. Timothy Hutton as Teddy Milner. Len Carew as Sheriff Dave Newsom. Charles S. Dutton as Private Investigator Ken Karsh. John Dunhill as Tom Greenleaf.
The only one missing is the girl from the USPS store.
Yeah.
But
Maybe the waitress at the diner.
Yeah.
yeah. And the townspeople at the diner, but all right. So your overall thoughts on this movie. Justin, you're a big Stephen King fan.
Yes, I am. I mean, I thought it was a pretty good movie overall. I mean, it's got a pretty decent twist. I mean, you can kind of see it coming. But overall, it's pretty good. Pretty good Johnny Depp movie.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's got a lot of the Stephen King movie hallmarks with, Timothy Hutton being in there. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, this was my first time watching this movie, and I enjoyed it. Like I said before, I'm not like a huge Johnny Depp fan, but no, this one I thought was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, like I remember when I first watched it, years when it first came out, I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. Like,
yeah,
this obviously the story revolves around a writer being accused of plagiarism by some guy from
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
which, to be fair, a 3-year gap. You gotta give them, something, because generally most things get to Mississippi 10 years later.
Yeah. And so this guy shows up at his house and is like, you plagiarized my story. I just want you to fix the ending. And you kind of follow the what would be the word, like the decline of Morton Rainey, as you watch throughout this movie, like the opening scene alone with the hotel.
Yeah, or finds his wife cheating on him with Ted.
Yeah. And So then two polar opposites. Obviously, Mort is a former city guy that now lives recluse in this small town, and this guy from Mississippi who looks like he just walked out of the Children of the Corn movie.
Do you suppose this is the role that got John Turtorro typecast to always play this character? Because you look at Mr. Deeds. Basically
Mr.
the
Deeds
same.
came up before this, I think.
No, this is 2004.
Did it?
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was a Mr. Deeds was like earlier, like 2002, 2003.
I don't think so.
Mr. Deeds was a 2002 film.
And I remember I was working at Circus.
But
I
this
really
is
thought this was older than that.
but the character he plays in Mr. Deeds is nothing like this character.
Yeah, same talking mannerisms. Same as when he plays Jesus. He's got that.
He always has some silly accents.
Yeah, like his
very
accent.
similar. Very similar.
I don't think so, but
Mr. Deeds in this one, yes, very much so. Just about the same.
so
He just has more emphasis in Mr. Deeds.
So as we're going through this movie, you see Mort is really recluse, him and his dog.
Yeah.
This lady comes and cleans his house maybe once a week. And she's like, oh, go ahead.
Always getting on his nerves.
Yeah, why not just fire her? But yet, who would want to
Yeah.
clean? I've thought about hiring a cleaning lady because I don't like to fucking clean. But, so what kept you invested in this movie? Like, could you tell right away about the twist that was going to come? Especially you, Billy, being the first time watching it.
No, I didn't see the twist until like later on. Later on in the movie. When he was starting to get like after like the was it the house burning down. It's kind of like when I thought something was up.
All the people that he has communications with, like, his ex-wife, her new boyfriend, the private investigator, his dog, Tom Greenleaf, like, he's imagined this whole thing in his mind. And he's created this character in his mind of John Shooter, which plays on towards the end of the movie. But like, what kept you invested in it, Justin?
It's just a solid movie. It's a good story.
Yeah. Kind of want to see where it's gonna go, where it's gonna end up, who's gonna end up dead.
I mean, it's the thing. It's like, it's a Stephen King movie, so you know that there's going to be either some kind of serious twist or some kind of paranormal thing is going to work its way into it. You want to see where it's going, because this is, it's not. This is one of his short stories. It's not. I've read mostly the novels, so.
And all throughout the movie, it's giving hints, like when he goes into town to meet the private eye, and everybody is like looking at him like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And his interaction with the girl at the USPS store, where she talks about handling UPS's package, and she said something along the lines of, "I saw what you did." Then he was like, "What?" And she's like, "They would kill us if you did," regarding telling USPS that they handle the UPS package.
Yeah.
But now they do that on a fucking daily basis.
All
because
time.
They handle everything nowadays. And I can speak on that from, I am basically a mail carrier now, so. But Let's talk about when he comes home and he has the bathroom freak out. You know, with the mouse. Turns out to be a mouse.
Oh yeah, he thinks it's John Shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a paranoid man.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously his dog has been killed, stabbed with a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Left on his porch.
See, that's the one death I don't get. You know, when you find out that he is John Shooter, why did he kill the dog?
Well, I think that just shows his descent into madness.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you know, you see at the beginning of the movie, he's very close with the dog. He's feeding the dog his sandwich, and you know, and then to throw the viewer off, I think they had to kill off the dog. To make it look like there is somebody else, and to make him that more paranoid about it, that he goes and gets the private investigator. Obviously, this is all people that have wronged him in the past.
Yeah.
You know, the private eye charging $500 a day, and he shows up at the house and he's asleep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, Tom Greenleaf, I don't know if he really did anything to, other than the fact that he saw him alone when he was supposedly talking to John Shooter.
But then he backtracked and said that he didn't see anybody.
Yeah.
And to get the investigator, he had to get Tom Greenleaf. So, now let's talk about his relationship with his ex-wife. Now they've kind of waiting to sign the divorce papers, won't sign them.
Yeah.
And her house gets burned down, believed by John Shooter, because she has the one copy of the magazine.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel the relationship dynamic plays into his descent into madness?
How's it playing? Well, I mean, it's a big part of it. I mean, his entire world's crumbling down. His marriage is dead. And he found out, like, it's just kind of tossed out there that, oh, she lost a baby.
Yeah.
You know, that really screws the guy up.
Mm-hmm.
Justin, your thoughts?
I mean, their relationship is the catalyst for the movie. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously him catching...
the only reason it happens.
Yeah, catching
well, the whole
her.
story that they're talking about was based off of when they moved into the cabin, and she found the secret window hidden behind the bookcase overlooking the secret garden.
That was a different movie, Billy. That was his whole different secret garden.
No,
was that a movie? Or was that a book?
I think John didn't watch the movie.
He didn't watch the movie.
John did watch the movie.
I don't believe you. If you don't remember her
The
talking...
short story that this was
messing with
based
him.
off
I'm
was
messing
called
with him.
Secret Window, Secret Garden.
I knew this would be the death of me. No,
Yes.
I did. I was messing with Billy. Wasn't that a book, The Secret Garden?
Yes, it was.
When we were kids. Okay.
Possibly.
But no.
So was
You
where
know.
the sidewalk ends. What's your point?
I was messing with Billy. Shut up, Justin. So he asshole. So now he's paranoid, thinking that this guy, you know, the hat keeps showing up. How many hats does this guy have?
Just one.
Just
but
one.
He doesn't know that he has it all the time because it's his own hat.
Yeah, which we see later on in a flashback scene.
Yes.
And, you know, it builds up to where you think, like, this guy is really exists.
Yep.
You know, like when he gets the UPS package, it's not open when he gets into the car. But then when he gets home, it's been opened and pages ripped out.
Mm-hmm. The story was ripped out, yeah.
Yeah. So we've kind of, like, when we see the ultimate twist and we learn that he buys the hat, oh, look at me, I'm a corn farmer from Mississippi.
Yeah.
You know, and You know, he does the accent and he's got the hat.
I will
Mhm.
say, when he first did the accent at the end of the movie, when he's
Yeah.
confronting her, it was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, he kind of adjusted it as it went, and it got a little bit better. But yeah, it was not a very good accent from Johnny Depp.
He did have the crazy eyes look pretty good. Down with the hat down, kind of looking up through it. I'll give him that.
So let's talk about the scene when she shows up at the cabin for the last time, worried about him.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think that's how it was going to play out, where it's written all over shooter, all over the house?
No, that I didn't see coming. But
It's
No,
on
I don't know how he cleaned it up so quick.
oh,
Yeah, that's another thing. So like,
But he scratched in there pretty good.
mm-hmm.
it's kind of like he was
use that walnut trick that you see online all the time, where they throw a whole bunch of ramen in there and glue it in.
Olive oil too. You rub olive oil on wood, it blends the color if you scratch the wood. But you know, like, one thing I noticed watching it again is every time he fell asleep, that's when something would happen. So it's kind of like he would like
he was switching
bipolar.
personalities. Yeah, multiple personality disorder.
And you know, she shows up and she's looking around and it's saying shooter all over the house, on the blinds. It's inscribed on the coffee table. It's inscribed on his desk multiple times. Inscribed on the walls, the stairwell.
And then it says shoot her.
Yeah.
Yes, the big twist.
Yeah.
Because all throughout the movie, John Shooter's saying, you got to fix the ending.
Yeah.
You know, and
am I the only one here who was kind of happy to see Ted get his during this part?
Oh no, he deserved it.
He was a
I laughed
prick. I liked it
audibly when he smacked his hand after it was broken.
Oh yes,
yeah.
When she left,
Oh,
I laughed audibly. I enjoyed that.
But just seeing him getting the shovel upside the head, it was really
well. I
satisfying.
mean, he deserved it. Like,
he did. He was a smug asshole.
You know, when they're in the insurance office and he's just kind of like
butting in.
Yeah, where he didn't belong.
Rubbernecking. He's a rubbernecker. Rubbernecker.
And then the insurance agent's like, well, you know, legally only Mr. and Mrs. Rainey are allowed to look at it. But
that's right, Rubbernecker.
Yeah, very childish at times.
Yeah, I liked when he punched the window too. That was nice. Try to hit him and Mort gets out of the way and breaks his hand. Oh.
And so now he's trying to kill Amy to fix the ending of the story.
Yep.
And, you know, at this point, so now we've lost the dog.
Yep.
The PI.
Yep. Tom Greenleaf. Yep.
And
Ted.
Ted isn't dead yet.
Oh, he dies before Amy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He does.
Yeah.
Does he cut his head off with a shovel?
Yeah. It looks like it, but they don't actually show it.
And
same to her.
Doesn't show her death either.
Yeah.
Actually, you really don't see anybody dying.
It's PG-13.
Yeah. You see a couple dead bodies, but that's it.
Yeah. Like when he's
Already
trying
dead.
to drive Greenleaf's car off into the lake and his watch gets caught. And so we've seen his descent. And now he is been cleared of murder charges.
Yes, because they don't have enough evidence. But the sheriff knows he did it.
Yep. And asks him not to come into town anymore, which is probably hard for a small town like that where there's nothing nearby.
Yeah.
You still with us, Justin?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened.
Once again, your camera freezes. But
well,
And
Cool.
he is sitting there eating fucking ear after ear after ear of corn.
Yeah, what was the
That's a
symbolism
terrible
of the corn?
choice. Terrible choice after getting all them fucking braces put on. Who
Yeah.
eats corn with braces?
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
And what was the
Stuck in
symbolism?
there.
There had to have been some symbolism there with the corn. I must
Yeah,
have
he
missed.
kept saying, "Oh, he ate another corn from the bowl of corn or whatever the hell it was." That
Yeah.
it was
he
part
kept
of the
saying.
story. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
And then
Oh,
as you look out the secret window, you see that there
all the
is
corn's been
corn
planted.
mazes, corn stalks have been planted in where her garden was, which is obviously where the bodies are.
Yeah.
So now he's eating corn that's grown on his dead wife and her boyfriend's fucking bodies. Like, it's one fucking twisted dude. And like, you see him when he goes into town, everybody's scared of him.
Yep.
Or
Because
tries
we know
to.
he's a murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I like at the end when he says to the sheriff, the only thing that matters is the ending, and in this ending, it's perfect.
Yep.
And eventually, her death will become a mystery to even him.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well, he's eating all that corn, but he's really only renting it. They can still get that evidence back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
But yeah, I don't think they're going to be digging through his shit for evidence.
Nope.
So, do you guys think there would ever be a sequel to this movie?
No.
No. The sequel you really have is, he goes on trial. I don't know. Kills more people. Buries them in corn. Then he's just got children of the corn again.
Does Stephen King have a thing with corn?
I don't think so.
Is that like his favorite food or something? Because
no, it's probably just a scary location.
Do you think this movie has reboot potential?
Yeah.
Sure.
So if you could pick anybody to play the character of Maud, who would you pick?
Shoot, you ask these goddamn questions.
Nick Cage. I like to see Nick Cage too.
The bees.
Just ham it up.
I want Nick Cage to play John Shooter.
Fix my ending. Fix it. Fix the ending.
You gotta find the declaration. Fix the ending.
All right, so our last question. Do we recommend Secret Window?
Yeah, I recommend it. Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch.
It's got a good twist. It's got a good story. It's got a decent ending. It does need a little bit more violence in it, but
yeah,
they did a good job keeping it suspenseful without it.
I would like to see a rated R version.
Yeah, that's what I was about to.
A little more blood, a little more guts.
Mm-hmm.
If they ever did remake it. We're getting to the point now where it's been 20 years. I'm sure somebody is looking at it going.
Make John Shooter a bit more, ghost-like, not necessarily try to portray him as a ghost, but make him, appear more out of thin air, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
make his appearance, more jarring and
yes,
unexpected.
Yeah,
a little more scarier too. The character of John Shooter was scary. Because he gives him 3 days, and within 24 hours, he kills his dog.
Yep.
And, randomly showing up in different spots and, pushing him against the car and leaving bruises and all that. But I think they could have made him a little bit more scarier.
Yeah.
So, All right, Justin.
Oh, our ratings. I'll give this one a 4. It's a decent movie. How about
That's
you, Bill?
that's exactly what I was thinking. I had 4 in my mind.
As did I. Wow.
Y'all just copying me. IMDb
Yeah.
gave it a 6.5 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes a 45, which is shockingly low. And Letterboxd.
Critics don't know shit.
Well, no, critics are fucking idiots. Coming attractions next week, we will be covering the 35th anniversary of the wildly uproarious Major League, starring Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, Bob Uecker. Yo,
Yes.
Wesley.
Yes. Major League. So next month we'll be starting the month with Major League and ending the month with Major League 2. You've seen Major League, right, Billy?
Of course.
I figured you would have seen Secret Window, but you hadn't.
Have you seen number 3? You have no marbles!
Yes.
Yes, back to the minors.
Jobu.
Well, that's a wrap this week, folks. Thanks for joining us today.
Before we go, find us on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and most places you listen to your podcasts, like wherever you found whatever you're listening to today.
And don't forget to follow us on social media to stay updated on future episodes and join the conversation. You can find us on X, Instagram, TikTok, and
Twitter,
YouTube.
asshole.
It says X, Justin.
Twitter, asshole. I thought I was twisting it right as you said it.
Yeah.
He wasn't quick enough this one.
And it's at movie_bar_pod.
He did it! Yay!
And at the Movie Bar Podcast on Facebook. Eat it, John.
Well, until next time, keep the popcorn popping and the reels rolling, and we will catch you next time on the Movie Bar Podcast.
Whoop, whoop.
Fuck, shoot her. I'm going to shoot you.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Like I told